Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training company passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to pass a junior project manager interview. So if you have a junior project manager interview coming up, please do make sure you watch this tutorial fully from beginning to end, because I promise to make you the standout candidate. Now, how am I going to achieve that? Well, I will cover the following things during the forthcoming tutorial. I'm going to give you some great tips for passing your junior project manager interview. I will give you a number of sample junior project manager interview questions, the likely interview questions that will come up during your interview. I will then give you suggested answers to those interview questions to help you prepare. I will tell you the qualities that the assessor is looking for from effective junior project managers, and I will also give you 3 questions to ask at the end of your junior project manager interview. So there are 5 great reasons why you should watch this from beginning to end and take notes. Now, before I get into the content, a quick warm welcome to this junior project manager interview training tutorial. My name is Richard McMunn. That's me there in the center. I am a former fire officer, a project manager myself, and I've been helping people to pass their interviews for 20 years now. And I always do that by giving you top scoring answers to the interview questions. Please do make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button below the video, and then you won't miss out on any of the weekly training videos I'm uploading. Please do also make sure you activate that notification bell so you don't miss out. And I would also very much appreciate your support if you gave the video a like. That tells me you enjoy the content, and I will therefore create more for you. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn if you want to. My LinkedIn link is in the description below the video. And it's always good to connect with like-minded individuals and professionals like yourself. Okay, let's get into the content. The Junior Project Manager Interview Questions and Answers Training Tutorial. So the first thing I want to quickly cover is the qualities that you need to demonstrate during your interview to make sure you pass. So the qualities that we need to make sure you show the interviewer are the fact that you are a great organizer and a planner. These 2 are really, really important, and I've integrated those into the answers that are coming right now. You have to demonstrate that you can remain calm and cool under pressure. Really important quality that is needed to be effective junior project manager. You are also a total completer finisher, somebody who gets things done and somebody who always focuses on delivery. So as a project manager, you have to deliver on time, to budget and to specification. You also have to have strong communication and interpersonal skills, be able to create and follow systems, procedures and also processes. So those are the qualities that I have included within the answers that are coming right now. So let's get straight to them. So the first junior project manager interview question that we need to tackle is, tell me about yourself and why you want to become a junior project manager. So my tip for answering this question highly is that in your answer, explain how your natural abilities draw you to the role of a project manager. Here we go. I am a positive, enthusiastic and driven person who wants to become a junior project manager because the natural qualities and attributes I possess will make me effective, efficient and competent in the role. For example, I am able to deliver fully on the project specifications. I take pride in maintaining the highest standards of work achievable, and I possess the relevant planning and organisation capabilities that are needed within this role. Now, outside of work, I lead a healthy and stable lifestyle, which means when I am at work, I am energised, totally focused on achieving the best possible results for my employer, and I always make sure I am totally committed to the commercial objectives that drive a business forward. That is a great answer. It is positive in nature. It is loaded with positive keywords that will resonate in a strong manner with the interviewer. Let's move on to the next junior project manager interview question, and that is, what past experiences do you have that will make you a good junior project manager? So my tip for answering this question is, when answering the question, put yourself in the shoes of the interviewer. What experiences do you think they want to hear? So they want to hear of experiences that are closely aligned to the role of a junior project manager. So here is my suggested answer to this interview question. The past experiences I have that I feel will make me a great junior project manager are all centered on my ability to plan and organize my work effectively, my ability to communicate clearly with people, and also my desire to build up strong working relationships with individuals and teams. For example, in a previous role, I was renowned for being a strong organizer and planner, and all of my work would consistently be completed on time and to a high standard. Now, within that same role, I often had to communicate closely with team members and external contractors, so I fully understand how important it is to provide clarity of communication at all times and to also make it clear what is expected from people. Now, other experiences I have include my ability to listen, my ability to motivate and inspire others, and also my positive and determined attitude towards my work. I feel strongly that my previous work experiences will benefit me in the role of a junior project manager with your company. Now, that is an in-depth answer, and I've deliberately made it in-depth because they are saying, what past experiences do you have? And to be effective as a project manager, you need to have lots of past experiences that are closely aligned to the requirements of the role. That's important. Next interview question that I want you to prepare for is, what would you do in the first 4 weeks of starting as our junior project manager? So what would you do in the first 4 weeks of starting as a junior project manager for our company? So my tip for answering this question is, tell the interview panel you already have a plan in place of what you will do when you start, because this then shows you are taking the role seriously and you are already thinking ahead. Here is my suggested answer. I already have a plan in place of what I intend to do once I start. First and foremost, I will obtain a clear and concise brief from you, the management team, as to how you want my work to fit into the company's long-term commercial objectives. Then I would spend time reading the company's standard operating procedures so I was fully up to speed in regard to expectations and standards of work that is required. I would also get to know the people who I would be working with on the project management team, and I will also get a thorough understanding of how the administrative aspect of your business works, as I see this as an important part of my role as a junior project manager. So you are demonstrating there that you already have a plan in place of what you will do when you start. The majority of people will not have a clue how to answer that question. So the next junior project manager interview question I want you to prepare for is, sum up project management to me in one word. My tip for answering this question is, although you should give them a one-word answer specifically to this interview question, I recommend you then expand and tell them why you have chosen that particular word or what it says about you as a junior project manager. So here is my answer to the question, sum up project management to me in one word. Delivery. I would have to say delivery, simply because project management is all about fulfilling your promises, completing what is required to the necessary standards, and also making sure things are completed on time. Everything you do as a junior project manager should always be focused on delivery. So that is my interpretation of project management. It's about delivering on time, to specification, and on budget. So that is what is important to me. You might have a different word that you would use, but for me, delivery is very strong and powerful. The next question that I want you to prepare for is, why do you want to work for our company as a junior project manager? Now, this question is pretty much guaranteed to come up. So my tip for answering this question is, show the interviewer you have conducted plenty of research into their company. So give at least 3 specific reasons why you have chosen to work for them. Now, most candidates won't have a clue what to say to this interview question, but you are going to be different. As I say, this will come up during your interview. So here is my suggested answer. When I saw this position advertised, I knew I wanted to apply for it because it was with your company. You have an outstanding reputation, which would make me feel privileged to work for you. And you also clearly support all of your staff so they can work to the highest standards possible in their jobs. I also conducted quite a bit of research before applying, and it became clear that the list of clients you have worked with over the years means the standard you set and expect from your team are the highest possible. I too have high standards, and therefore I feel I will be able to fit in well with the values of the organisation. That's a brilliant answer. You are giving 3 great reasons why you want to work for their company. So the next junior project manager interview question I want you to prepare for is, what's your biggest weakness? Again, I would be extremely surprised if this didn't appear during your interview. My tip for answering this is, now we have to be very careful in how we answer this interview question, simply because you need so many qualities and traits to become an effective junior project manager. Here is my suggested answer. I would have to say my biggest weakness, based on feedback from others and also what I feel about myself as a person, is that I find it really hard to strike a healthy work-life balance. I would rather be working than have time off. Now, obviously, this is not great from a healthy work-life balance perspective, but I simply love my work, and I often work late into the evenings, especially when I have an important project to deliver. Now, having said that, I am someone who always looks to improve and develop, so I am learning to take time off when needed, but also at the same time making sure all of my work is carried out to the same high standards expected. So that is a safe weakness, in my opinion, to give. That is actually my weakness. I spend a lot of time working, I'm creating these videos all of the time, I'm doing coaching and writing books, etc. And I don't tend to take that much time off. So that is obviously attractive to an employer. And that's the clever thing about this answer. It does not cause you any damage or your chances of getting this job by giving a weakness that is aligned to the role. And that's actually attractive to any employer. So I said at the start about what questions should you ask in your junior project manager interview. Some people say to me, I don't like to ask questions. I simply would just say, no, it's okay, you've covered everything during the interview, but I think it's really important to ask questions. So here's 3 questions I recommend you ask. What's the most important thing for your company in regards to project management? So this is clever because it is trying to assess what's important to the company. So it shows that you care, and therefore you will implement what's important to them within the work you carry out as a junior project manager. Question number 2, what are the plans for the company over the next 5 to 10 years? That demonstrates to me that you are thinking of staying with the company for a long period of time. And then finally, I'm keen to learn more about your company whilst I wait to hear the results of the interview. Is there anything else you recommend I read up on or study? So that, again, that shows that you are keen to learn more about the company. Now, they will probably say to you, no, it's okay, we will be in touch soon, so don't worry. But you have already demonstrated your enthusiasm for the role. So I would just ask those 3 questions. Now, if you want more help with passing your junior project manager interview, please click that link that's appeared right there in the top right-hand corner of the video. It takes you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, direct to this page, and I've got a number of project manager interview questions and answers to help you prepare. There's also 5 tips on the page to help you pass. I also have a project coordinator guide. If you're interested in that, there's 20 questions and answers for you there. And there is also an IT project manager interview question and answers guide. I'll just take you quickly through to that, where there's 21 questions and answers. So there's 3 guides there that can further help you to pass your junior project manager interview. I hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and connect with me on LinkedIn. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments section below, and I'll be more than happy to help you. I wish you all the best for passing your junior project manager interview. Thank you for watching, and have a brilliant day. Thank you.